We have this thing with the smart contact lens that has been the sci-fi rumor for so long. This idea that, oh, in the future, it's in our vision. It's got all the information. Google was trying to do something with biometrics where if you were diabetic, it would give you a blood sugar readout just right on the eyeball, real time, all the time. All kinds of data about yourself, plus an overlay augmented reality, Google Maps, just utilitarian cyborg mode, just all in a contact lens. And it hasn't happened yet, but everybody seems to believe it's only a matter of time. Of course, you've had companies attempt it and get close with glasses, but this is the ultimate format. Nobody even knows you're wearing it. Or if they do, it's very subtle. It's not a thing that they're examining, and it doesn't really impact or affect your movements. It's not a thing you need to think about in the same way once it's installed, and you become the cyborg. So this company, Mojo Vision, is apparently getting closer to this sci-fi future, and it will be a lens that looks something like that one. Now, granted, for the time being, they're still early stages. So there's been no massive breakthrough. The prototypes they're showing off are still glasses. They don't have the tech shrunk into the contact lens yet. But like I said, they're closer than we've been before. And the tests they're showcasing right now are things like scheduling, messages, alerts, to-do lists, directions. And they even say that their software eventually will have the capability to sort of do preemptive things in the background, which is sort of the future of computing. It would be smart enough to guess which notifications or alerts would be useful given a certain set of characteristics. Like, you could imagine you're walking past a restaurant. You should try this place. You would love this restaurant. You're about to leave, kind of like what Google's doing in certain ways with the assistant. You're about to leave to drive home, and it says, hey, you want to take this other route. Mm-hmm. For example, that could be very useful. Things like this, preemptive computing. You seem scared about that.
I just think, like, I'm just picturing, like, down the road where you're able to watch, like, a YouTube video when you're walking down the street.
Yeah.
Like, where does it end? Like, the
Black
level
Mirror.
of distraction.
Black Mirror.
Right.
Yeah.
You know, like people won't be satisfied just walking anymore. They're going to have this contact lens where they can be entertained or, like, just provided with all this other information at all times.
All times. Just permanent distraction. They say the goal is to have a battery that lasts about a full day and then charges up in a compact case. You're going to have to clean the lens. I don't currently I wear the daily ones. Do you have the daily ones or what?
Monthly.
Monthly. So you're already cleaning them. Is that a big deal or?
I don't clean them every day. I would say once a week I clean them, and it's not a big deal.
It's not a big deal. Okay, so you'll have to clean them yourself. And the display will apparently be 0.48 millimeters in size, but promises a whopping 14,000 plus PPI pixel density. Now, the reason pixel density is so important is obviously field of view, where it sits, and your ability to discern those pixels at close range. So that's some pretty high-tech stuff. It's this bionic future. It's going to happen, I'm convinced, because of that usefulness factor and because humans continue to march towards technological advancements regardless of your apprehension, Jack.
Would you use these?
Yeah, of course. I'd have to. That's what we do here, is we talk about this kind of stuff.
What would
but
you
like,
do?
but here, I also hear you and what you're saying. I would be reluctant to permanently wear it, but I'm increasingly getting that way with my phone where I'm trying to leave it in certain places so I'm not distracted by it. You're right. This could be hard. What if your prescription's in there? Okay. One of the other things that's been holding back this technology is cost. And so they actually have a plan for that, for how to get into optometrist offices and get a portion covered through insurance. Apparently, the early version of this is going to actually fix low light vision, people who have trouble seeing at night. They will actually have some form of night vision in hopes that that would get covered and people could afford to buy them that have some sort of an ailment. That would be the foot in the door, so to speak. I mean, what if I'm giving you night vision? Now you start to see. You get wow. You could do some pretty amazing things that people, I think, they will trade their own attention span for cyborg-like existence, where they perceive it to be an advantage. Now, it's important to note Google failed at doing this. They sort of gave up on their version of it, so it is hard to do. It's incredibly mini tech, but it is happening, and I do believe it will happen. Like I said, Jack, whether you like it or not.
Yeah.